Morning students, how are you all? Hope you all are safe and fine at your home. So students, welcome back in your mathematics class. This is class 9th, solutions of revision assignment 6 with chapter number 8. So students, in today's assignment we will solve all the revision assignment questions of assignment number 6. First question was, in your assignment, in the given figure, P is the midpoint of the side BC of a parallelogram ABCD such that angle BAP and angle DAP are equal to each other. Prove that AD is equal to double of CD. So students, we will solve this question now. So students, answer 1. First of all, we have to draw diagram. We have a parallelogram ABCD and this is the midpoint of BC. It is given that. So first of all we have to write what is given. First of all, ABCD is a parallelogram. Second, P is the midpoint. It means BP is equal to PC. P is the midpoint. It is given. We have to prove that one more thing is given, angle BAP is equal to angle DAP. BAP, it means this angle, and DAP, it means this angle. They both are equal. We can mark them as angle 1 and angle 2. So to prove is, we have to prove that AD is equal to double of CD. So students, prove. First of all, in parallelogram ABCD, it is given that angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Students, angle 1 is equal to angle 2. It is given. We will mark one more angle here, angle 3. So students, angle 2 is equal to angle 3. They are alternate interior angle. Why they are alternate interior angle? We know that it is a parallelogram. These two lines are parallel to each other and this is transversal. So angle 2 and angle 3 are alternate interior angle. So student, from this equation number 1 and equation number 2, we have one relation that angle 1 is equal to angle 3. Angle 1 is equal to angle 3. You can write here from equation number 1 and 2. Angle 1 is equal to angle 3. So we know it very well that what is the opposite side of angle 1? Opposite side of angle 1, opposite side of angle 1 is BP and opposite side of angle 3 is AB. So BP is equal to AB. We want here AD and double of CD. So we do not want these two sides. First of all, if we will multiply BP and AB with 2, then it does not change the result because we multiply with 2 on the both sides. Double of BP means BC and it is double of AB. We know that both sides of parallelogram are equal. Opposite sides of parallelogram are equal to each other. So opposite side of BC is AD. We can replace it, and opposite side of AB is CD. So we can also replace it. So this is our result which we want. Now question number 2. Question number 2. Through A, B and C, line RQ, PR and QP has been drawn respectively parallel to the side BC, CA and AB of a triangle ABC as shown in the figure. Show that BC is equal half of QR. So triangle ABC from the vertex A, RQ, from the vertex B, RP, and from the vertex C, QR are drawn, and now we are going to prove that this BC is parallel to the RQ and half of the RQ. So student, it is very obvious that we will apply midpoint theorem in this question. So student, this is question number 2. This is your diagram. What is given in this question? In triangle ABC, according to the question, PQ parallel AB, PR parallel AC, and RQ parallel BC. This is given to us, and the to prove is BC is equal half of QR. We have to prove this. So students, we will start our proof. In quadrilateral BCAR, BC parallel CA and BR parallel CA and BC parallel RA. So that BCAR is a parallelogram. BCAR is a parallelogram. We know that in a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal and parallel. So students, BC is equal AR. Similarly, now in quadrilateral BCQA, BC parallel AQ and AB parallel QC. Hence, BCQA is also a parallelogram. So we can use this result that BC is equal to AQ. BC is equal to AQ. This is our equation number first. This is our equation number 2. Add equation number first and second. So we will add. So BC plus BC, double of BC is equal to AR plus AQ is equal to AR plus AQ, and AR plus AQ is double of BC is equal to RQ, and then we will shift this 2 to the other side. BC is equal to half of RQ. So our result is proved now. Now question number 3rd. So students, question number 3rd was ABCD is a rhombus in which altitude from D to the side AB bisect AB. Bisect means cut into 2 equal parts. Find the angles of the rhombus. So students, in question number 3, we have ABCD is a rhombus in which altitude from the point D on the AB which cut at point L. So what is given? ABCD is a rhombus and D, this D bisect AB. Bisect AB. It means AL is equal to LB. AL is equal to LB is also given to us. We have to find the angles of rhombus. So what is to prove? Find angles. So students, we will start our proof. So students, let in this rhombus all sides are equal. So we let the measurement of all sides AB, let AB is equal to BC is equal to C, D is equal to AD is equal to X. We let and they all are equal to X. And now already we joined diagonal. So students, now in triangle ALD and triangle BLD, angle DLA is equal to angle DLB is equal to 90 degree, because altitude is already given to us, and AL is equal to BL. Definitely L is it is given, so it is x by 2, half of x. Now DL is equal to DL, common, it is given. So students, so by SAS congruence rule, triangle ALD is congruent to triangle BLD. If these two triangles are congruent to each other, then definitely opposite corresponding sides are also equal to each other. now in triangle ADB, in triangle ADB, because triangle ADB is an equilateral triangle because all sides are equal to each other. So angle ADB and angle ABD is equal to 60 degree. Triangle DBC is an equilateral triangle. So angle angle BDC is equal to angle DBC is equal to 60 degree. So definitely if these two relations are same and they are equal to each other, then angle A and angle C are equal to each other, and angle D is equal to angle B, which is equal to 180 degree minus 60 degree, which is already A and C. So it is 120 degree. So students, you understand this question. All the measurements A and C are 60 degree, B and D are 120 degree. The total sum of all four angles are 360 degree. Fourth question was, E is the midpoint of the median AD of a triangle ABC and BE is produces to meet AC at point F. Show that AF is half of the AC. So students, question number 4th, first of all we have to draw a triangle ABC. We have to draw a triangle ABC. AD is a median, it is already given, it is a median, it means D is the midpoint of BC and E is the midpoint of AD, it is also given. And he said that if we BE is produced to meet AC at point F and show that AF is 1/3 of this. So we have to draw a line, a little construction DO, which is also parallel to BE, It is done by us only. So what is given in this question? D is midpoint of BC and E is midpoint of AD. Correct? And now to prove is AF is equal to 1/3 of AC. AF is equals to 1/3 of AC. Proof. Construct, draw DO which is parallel to BF. Now in triangle BFC, in triangle BFC, this line is parallel to this line and D is the midpoint. So by the converse of midpoint theorem, O is the midpoint of FC. So how we will write? In triangle BFC, D is midpoint of BC, it is already given, and DO is parallel to BF by construction. So students, by converse of midpoint theorem, O is the midpoint of FC. O is the midpoint of FC. It means FO is equal to OC. Equation number 1. Now students, in triangle ADO, E is midpoint of AD and EF parallel DO, EF parallel DO. How? By construction. So students, by converse of midpoint theorem, by converse of midpoint theorem, by converse of midpoint theorem, F is midpoint of AO. So AF is equal to FO, equation number 2. From equation number 1 and 2, AF, FO and OC are equal to each other. So if they all three parts equal to each other, and it means from the individual one part is 1/3 of the complete line. So how we will write? We will write like this: from equation 1 and 2, AF is equal to OF is equal to OC, and AC is equal to AF plus FO plus OC. We can replace with AF, AF and AF. Here we have AC. So AC is equals to 3 of AF, and 1/3 of AC is equal to AF. So student, this is your fourth question's result. Now question number 5th. Question number 5th was E and F are the midpoints of the known parallel sides AD and BC of a trapezium. ABCD of a trapezium ABCD. Prove that EF parallel AB and EF is equal to half of AB plus CD. So students, answer 5th. First of all, we have to draw a trapezium ABCD. This is our trapezium A, B, C, D. So student, these two are the midpoints which are already given of two sides. This is our median, and this line is the midpoints of the triangle. So student, first of all, we have one construction here. So we have to given right here what is given. ABCD is a trapezium. E and F are midpoints. To prove, we have to prove two things in this question. First part, we have to prove that EF is parallel AB, and second part, we have to prove that EF is equal to half of AB plus CD. So we have to do a small construction. We have to construct a line through B such that at point G, such that they both sides GE and BE are equal to each other. It means E is the midpoint of BG. So construction. So construction is this: produce BE at G such that BE is equal to GE. It means E is the midpoint of BG. So now we will start our proof, students. In triangle BGC, in triangle BGC, let me show in your diagram. In triangle BGC, E is the midpoint, F is the midpoint of BC. It is already given to us, and E is the midpoint of BG by construction. So according to midpoint theorem, so students, F is midpoint of BC and E is midpoint of BG, so that by midpoint theorem, so that by midpoint theorem a new line EF is parallel to GC. EF is parallel to GC. If EF is parallel to GC, then definitely EF is parallel to DC and DC is parallel to AB. So EF is parallel to AB. So students, this is your first relation which we want to prove. Now the second part, in triangle ADB, in triangle ADB. So students, let me show you from your diagram. In first of all, we have to mark this point as O, and in triangle ADB, E is the midpoint of AD already given. Now EO is parallel to AB, because if EF is parallel to AB, then EO is definitely parallel to AB. So by the converse of midpoint theorem, O is the midpoint of DB. Similarly, we can prove that the another result. So we can write E is midpoint of AD and EO is parallel to AB, and according to the midpoint theorem, so according to midpoint theorem, EO is equal to half of AB. EO is equals to half of AB. Because E is the midpoint of AD and EO is parallel to AB, so we can say that by the midpoint theorem, O is also the midpoint of DB. So we can say that EO is parallel to AB. EO is equals to half of AB. So students, if by converse of midpoint theorem O is midpoint of DB, so that in triangle BDC OF is parallel to CD. So by converse of midpoint theorem, F is midpoint of BC, so that OF is equal to half of CD. So we will add these two relations. Add, this is equation number 2, this is equation number 1. Add equation number 1 and 2. So first of all, we have EO plus OF here, half of AB plus half of CD. EF is equal to, we will take half as common, AB plus CD. This is your relation, second relation proved. Sixth question was, prove that the line joining the midpoints of the diagonals of a trapezium is parallel to the parallel sides of the trapezium. Prove that line joining the midpoints of the diagonals of a trapezium is parallel to the parallel sides of the trapezium. So students, first of all, we have to draw a diagram for question number 6. This is a trapezium A, B, C, D. In this trapezium, these two are the midpoints of, these two are the diagonals, and this is the midpoint of AC and this is the midpoint of DB. And we have to prove that this line MN is parallel to the side of trapezium. It means AB and DC. So student, what is given to us? M and N are midpoints of AC and DB. Correct? And now we have to prove that MN is parallel AB and parallel DC. We have to prove. First of all, we have to do a small construction in it. We have to join this C to E through the N, through M. Now, in triangle CDN and triangle EBN, we have three elements and we are going to prove congruency. So first element is DN is equal to BN. Given, midpoint is given because N is the midpoint of DB. So DN and NB are equal to each other. So students, now second thing, angle DCN is equal to angle BEN, alternate interior angles, because these two sides of a trapezium are parallel and the remaining two diagonals act as the transversal. Angle CDN is equal to angle EBN. They are also alternate interior angle, so that students, by AAS congruence rule, we have triangle CDN congruent to triangle EBN. Now DC is equal to EB and CN is equal to NE by CPCT, corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Now in triangle CAN, M and N are mid points of AC and CE. So students, AC and CE, if these two are the midpoints of these two sides, then according to the midpoint theorem, by midpoint theorem, MN is parallel to AE. If MN is parallel to AE, then MN is also parallel to AB and CD. MN is parallel to AB and CD because AE is a part of AB. So student, this is your final result of question number 6. Now we will solve question number 7. Question number 7 was, P is the midpoint of the side CD of a parallelogram ABCD. A line through C parallel to PA intersect AB at point Q and DA is produces at R. Prove that DA is equals to AR and CQ is equals to QB. Now students, answer 7. First of all, we have to draw a diagram. ABCD is a parallelogram. So first of all, we have to draw a parallelogram. This is A, B, C, D. And now according to the question, we have AP because P is the midpoint of the side CD. It is given that, and we have to produce this line like that, and a line parallel to AP through the C, which is intersect at point Q. This is our required diagram. So what is given? Parallelogram ABCD, and P is the midpoint of DC. Students, you can write here DP is equal to PC also. It is also correct. Now to prove is DA is equal to AR and CQ is equal to QR. We have to prove this relation. So we will start our proof. So student, in this parallelogram ABCD, we know that opposite sides are equal and parallel, and according to the given condition, it is said that PA is also parallel to CQ. We have to prove it also. So students, P is the midpoint, so DP is equal to PC. DP is equal to PC. P is the midpoint of the triangle, and now we know it very well that BC is equal to AD and BC is parallel to AD, opposite sides of a parallelogram, and the second pair DC is equal to AB and DC parallel AB, second opposite side of a parallelogram, and P is the midpoint. So definitely DP is equal to PC is equal to half of DC. We can say this. Definitely we can say this. It is also given that QC parallel AP and CP parallel AQ. So hence APCQ is a parallelogram, and AQ is equal to PC is equal to half of DC is equal to half of DC, and now which is also equal to half of AB. Half of AB is BQ. Half of AB is BQ. So students, in triangle AQR and triangle BQC, AQ is equal to BQ, AQ is equals to BQ, because AQ is equals to PC, which is equal to half of DC, which is equal to half of AB, and which is equal to BQ. So AQ is equals to BQ, proved above. Angle AQR is equal to angle BQC, vertically opposite angles. Angle ARQ is equal to angle BCQ, alternate interior angle, alternate interior angle. So students, by AAS congruence rule, we have triangle AQR is congruent to triangle BQC, and by CPCT, can I say that AR is equal to BC and BC is equal to DA? So definitely AR is equal to DA and CQ is equal to QR. We can take it as CPCT, and we can use this relation also. So student, this is your required relation. We already proved it, but we can prove this question by another method also. The another and alternative method is that we already proved that PAQC is a parallelogram. So definitely these two sides are parallel to each other, and definitely they are also parallel because they are opposite pair of parallelogram. In triangle DRC, this line DC is parallel to AQ, opposite sides of a parallelogram, and Q is the midpoint of this. So definitely by converse of midpoint theorem, A is the midpoint of DR. A is the midpoint of DR, and we can say that DA is equal to DR. DA is equals to DR. Now we have to prove that CQ is equals to QR, and it is already proved by the above method also. We can use one more relation, that if we will use this triangle, and we can say that this line is parallel to this line because it is already given, and P is the midpoint. It is also given, P is the midpoint of DC. So according to the converse of midpoint theorem, A is also the midpoint, and by using of the A relation we can prove that Q is also a midpoint. We have so many alternative methods for the geometry question, so choice is completely yours, that which method easy for you. So students, do this necessary correction in these questions, and then do all the rest of the question honestly. Thank you. Have a nice day.